Oh boy, we are back here with the daily dose of Veterans Intel, or just Veterans Intel. Whatever you want to call it, we're here for you. Now go ahead and like and subscribe and all that stuff, because you do not want to be on the bandwagon when we take off to greater heights. And it's coming, my friends. But let's start with this show. Are you ready? Let's do this. You can see I have my little USMC football here, but the United States Marine Corps doesn't have a football team. Why? Because there's too many rules, and Marines don't like rules, and you don't want to unleash the dogs onto the college athletic experience. Anyway, back to our sports report. Our sports report today says this past weekend, Army beat Navy. And it was 17-11. It was a good game to watch. In fact, the best part was the very end. Navy was marching towards the end zone to seal a late victory, but Army put up their last stand. Their last stand, and they held the line against Navy. Yeah. So the Navy won, I can't stop saying it. So the Army won the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. Over time, the Air Force has the most Commander-in-Chief's victories. Can you believe this? Second is the Navy, and then finally the Army comes in last. But in this what have you done for me lately world that we live in, Army is king for another year. So congrats, Army. Enjoy it while it lasts. Navy is coming for you. I believe that they're going to increase the number of Marines that they have on the team, although 41% of this year's team are headed to the Marine Corps. So if they can get that up to about 50%, 55%, Army, you don't have a chance. Go Navy, beat Army. Okay, so I'm not yet scripting these, but I do write some notes down, and I'm being eco-friendly and doing them on my Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, if you must know. So on Friday, we talk about deals, and we talk about opportunities for veterans to have either savings or an experience or something. And this past week, we featured ID.me. Now, I love ID.me for their bargains and deals, because some of those I just discovered while doing that segment. I've always used them for identification. In fact, if you have the VA app, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have the VA app, pause, and we will wait for you to download and install it. Today, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about how ID.me can likely assist veteran service organizations like the VFW, American Legion, DAV, AMVETS, etc., in their membership mission. Everybody knows the membership is the number one topic of these organizations, because it is the number one issue or problem that they need to solve. And what I find is that we are using dated tactics in a new environment, trying to attract younger members. Now, what's happening is that while we're using these older tactics and the world has moved on, we are not doing things in a modern way that reaches people of all eras and ages, by the way, where they are. They are not sitting outside grocery stores waiting for you to set up a tent and sign them up. They're just not there. They are online, and that is where you can find them. I've been advocating this for years, and hopefully we can get this done soon. You have the ways, and I've talked about this before, you have ways of targeting people on any demographic criteria that you can imagine. Do you want a left-handed person who has dandruff is obsessed with whitening their teeth, is slightly short-sighted, and can't shoot straight, you can find that person online. You can target them online. And you can sign them up if you're smart online. Now, I'm not advocating for a 100% online marketing system. I am, however, advocating for an effort in this online marketing and also an effort of stop carrying paper things around and handing them to people hoping that they're going to fill them out. If you put a QR code on your phone that can link to a sign-up place on their phone, you can get her done now. You can get her done if you're at a fair, if you're at a park, if you're on a date. Wait, don't do it on a date. I don't actually care where you are. If the topic of your military service and their military service and your continued service in a veteran service organization and their potential service in a veteran service organization comes up, while everyone's excited and geeked and motivated, get her done. Now, how does ID.me figure into this? Well, let's start with a little infrastructure issue. If you're going to do things online, you're going to need a website. You're going to need a website. You're going to need a way to process payments. You're going to need a way for them to, you're going to need forms for them to input information. And ideally, you're going to vet them so that they are eligible for your organization. One of the biggest problems people have with a national recruitment effort is they send them to posts and without any kind of verification that they're even eligible, and they put it upon the post to check the paperwork and all that sort of thing. We can handle that. ID.me already has that capability. I don't know the investment because I'm not authorized to make any deals for any organization. So it would be a waste of time for ID.me to sit there and tell me what does something cost. But I guarantee you, if you are out and about and you are at, let's say, a big state fair, you probably give away pounds and pounds of paper. I don't know what that costs because I don't buy paper either. But we start comparing the cost of printing and getting this stuff done compared to a per transaction cost, I'm assuming, or a monthly subscription that we could break down into what the cost-benefit analysis is, but that's for another day. What you can do is, now that you have the infrastructure in place, you can now verify their eligibility for membership on the spot. And you can sign them up. You can sign them up on the spot. I predict the closing rate for engaging and then getting somebody to join when you have that kind of seamless capability is going to be greatly improved. It also, if you think about it, it shows a bit of a modern, sophisticated, savvy organization that can do these sorts of things. Not let me dig in my wallet and unfold this application and give it to you so that you can fill it out, which is actual advice that I've been given. Carry around and fold it up an application so that you always have one. You know what? I want to always have one in my pocket, but on a phone. With a QR code that can get them to a nice page, a page that just draws them in, a page that says, join us. We're cool. We're efficient. We get things done, and you will be proud to be a part of us, and then let them do that. Let them do it right now. And I believe ID.me can get it done. If it's good enough for the VA and the IRS and all of these corporations and nonprofits that require to be able to identify if you were in the military, if you are a police officer, if you are a teacher, if you are a first responder of any kind, if you are in the medical field, if they can do that for all of those places, They can do it for us, the veteran service organizations, because we want people who are eligible, and we want to make it easy for them, and we want to get them engaged and integrated into our family as soon as possible. ID.me, I would love for you to start calling on the veteran service organizations and seeing what we can make happen. Because I truly, truly believe that this is the missing piece of putting this all together. I know how to do every other piece if they would just allow me, but this is that missing piece that I think could revolutionize the way that we are doing membership. Ladies and gentlemen, General Colin Powell was a great leader, and he has left us a great gift. We have General Colin Powell's 13 Rules of Leadership. We're going to cover them over the next 13 weeks. Today, I'm just going to introduce the list to you and then ask of you a favor. Rule number 1, it ain't as bad as you think. It will look better in the morning. Oh, I've said that many times. Number 2, get mad and then get over it. Number 3, avoid having your ego so close to your position that when your position fails, your ego goes with it. Number 4, it can be done. Number 5, be careful what you choose. You may get it. Number 6, don't let adverse facts stand in the way of a good decision. Number 7, you can't make someone else's choices. You shouldn't let someone else make yours. 8, check small things. 9, share credit. 10, remain calm, be kind. 11, have a vision, be demanding. Number 12, don't take counsel of your fears or naysayers. Number 13, perpetual optimism is a force multiplier. Every one of these has brilliance and wisdom that we are going to explore over the next 13 weeks. What I'm going to ask of you is this. Every week, since you know we're going to be discussing one of them, I'm going to ask you if you have thoughts, if you have an example to share, which is even better, please send it to me at VetIntel@dailydose.com. I will leave the address there. And our first one is, it ain't as bad as you think. It will look better in the morning. If you have a thought on that, if you have a story or an example on that, that would be amazing. If you have something really profound, okay, shh, this is for special agents only. If you have something really profound that you'd like to share on this topic, I want to have one or two of you right here on the screen with me from wherever you are, because we are modern warriors. And I only want this to come from you. I don't need a subject matter expert who's written a book. I want the special agents of Veterans Intel. So go ahead and email me at VetIntel@dailydose, D as in David, ALYDOSE, or Delta Alpha Lima Yo-Yo Delta Oscar Sierra Echo.com, dailydose.com. So there you go. That's the show. Until Friday, remember Friday daily briefings. I'm going to give you another little tip or trick or opportunity or deal or something that you can use, because that's what Friday Daily is all about. Plus, we remember everyone deployed. So please wear your red on Friday, and please tune in on Friday. And until then, I will see you when I see you, special agents. None of this is classified. Please share with everyone.